here is the big news. I'm gonna show you Flomies how to win almost $700 in Forefront Equine Supplements. What's up, Flomies? It is another office day for Alex and I in drama. We have some fun stuff coming up a little bit later on today, but if you don't already know, I'm Fallon. This is Alex. This is Drama, aka Sheba, and you are the Flomies. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's get into some crazy stuff. To start the day off, I of course have some brain bridge because my brain has been like on E all day today. So I am making the magical elixir to bring me alive. If you weren't here yesterday, this is what went down. He wanted to go on The Voice because he was so good at singing.
Right side of the highway, and why there's not four of them, heaven only knows.
Also, I got to make some awesome runs this week in Fort Worth. They looked like this. Ready or not? And I get to do some cool things tomorrow and Sunday in San Angelo, Texas. So I can't wait for you guys to hang with me through everything. If you miss a day, you've missed a month. We are gonna head to a couples massage. Should be interesting. He's asked me 92 questions, like, what about his hairy back?
I don't have a hairy back.
Other things that are not PG. We've never done this.
Sit right next to you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That makes it less weird.
Yeah. I can't wait. You guys are gonna come along.
I just don't want to be a guy named Sven rubbing on my back and doing weird things. It's very strange.
I'm gonna request a guy named Sven.
Hey.
I could sell my singing services to them for their hold line.
They want to get customers, not scare them though.
Everybody would call in and just go, could you put me on hold, please? I want to...
Hello?
Yes.
I do not.
Oh, no. Okay, hang on. It's not the only place.
Yes, ma'am, we do couples massage. Did y'all have a gender preference for those?
Do you have a gender preference?
Not really.
Probably female.
Okay, I would not have any to check for tomorrow.
So you just have males today?
Yes, ma'am, for the same time.
Darn, okay. All right. I'm gonna... It doesn't matter to you?
Actually, yeah, no, that's weird. Yeah.
I bet his name was Sven, too.
It's just, like, the more I think about this, a dude rubbing on my back, it's so weird.
Do you mind if I put you on hold while I look at the
Go
book?
right ahead, thank you.
Thank you. Perfect venue for your next event.
Perfect video.
Spa parties before occasion.
Write English at 2 spa.
When I read English, should I have an English accent when I meet them? Hello.
I thought you had to.
My name is Fallon.
Fallon.
Hello. So fancy.
Both female?
Okay, perfect. Are you excited?
Yeah, that'll be cool. What do I wear? A swimsuit?
You wear something. Don't show up in your birthday suit.
Well, yeah, but do they have like a hot tub and stuff? Is that what it's
Yeah, we're gonna get there early too and do the things. All right, we are here. Alex is in the men's locker room getting changed into his skivvies. We'll see how he likes it. I got merch for every occasion. If you don't have the merch yet, make sure to go to shopthemerch.com. Let's see how this man does. I'm gonna surprise him with a masseuse named Sven. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I won't traumatize him today. It's time for Deep Thoughts with Fallon Taylor. I know it's been a couple of vlogs without a deep thoughts because I've been deeply sick. So I'm back with a deep thoughts. This is something that is not an original thought. I saw this online from a mentor. That was one of Stormy's recommendations, and he talked about something that's very close to my heart. Nat Flynn. Are you done? Hi, Flynn. She said, I got some deep thoughts about a steak. So my deep thought for today comes from this mentor, and he said, be very careful who you tell all of your insecurities to, because there are people that are there to secure your insecurities. That means there are people who will prey on you needing a place to have an outlet to tell all of your insecurities to, and will hold them hostage and use them against you to manipulate your life, to control your life, to find your weaknesses, and then they will control you with them later. So guard your insecurities with your whole heart. My dad's version of this, a Sheltonism, is don't tell people where your goat is tied if you don't want them to get it. So if you don't want somebody to get your goat, don't tell them where it's tied. That's it for Deep Thoughts with Fallon Taylor. Just in the house by itself vlogging.
From New Jersey?
I'm always from New Jersey when I'm vlogging. Alex and I want to come to you and talk to you about the supplement breakdown. So you guys requested it last time, and we're all refreshed from taking care of ourselves today, especially after I've been so sick. So we wanted to break down the supplements that I use in my barn with BABYFLO, Neffy, Knickknack, and the whole crew. Forefront Equine are the products that I use in my barn for all the girls. And what's really cool is they color code all of their supplements. And the other thing that's really great about Forefront is they have each individual supplement can come in different forms, so you can feed it in different ways. For instance, All Star, which is my favorite supplement because it kind of encompasses everything, comes in a jar if you stay home, but if you travel a lot, you can get it in individual packets. So it's like meal prep for horses. So I know I've talked so much over the last year in my fitness journey about supplements, especially with man sports, but now it's time to talk about the horses because I'm in full swing for the rodeo road for 2018. So one thing that I like that Alex brings to the table is Alex helps to formulate supplements in his daily life. So
Human
it's
supplements.
Human supplements. So it's pretty cool
And
because
they cross over completely
yeah.
with what I'm looking at formulation wise.
So he looked at one supplement that was just, somebody said, hey, check this out. What do you think of this? It was not a product that I endorse. And
My take on it was, and there was an equine nutritionist in the thread too, and we both said pretty much at the same time, typed it out, looks like a low dose, especially for a horse, because you're feeding a horse and it's something that's 1,200 pounds, 1,500 pounds, and the dose would be low for a human. It was like a gram of creatine and super low doses, like lower doses that we have than we have in our athletic multi for a human. So, and that's a human that specifically formulated for an athlete too.
yeah.
So these were like extremely low doses. So the Forefront is super transparent with their labels. They show you exactly what's in every single supplement. So that's what's really cool with them, is they're kind of doing the crossover between fully transparent labels and efficacious doses, like Man Sports is doing for human nutritional supplements too.
So I'll break it down to you guys kind of like I have with supplements in the past. So kind of what I'm calling the brain bridge type supplement for horses is 4Calm. And 4Calm is something that we're gonna use on BABYFLO while we're trailering. You can feed it in a powder or paste. You can do both. You can feed the powder on the feed daily, and then you can give the paste for like pre-run if you've got a horse that you want to be mentally alert, but you don't want to drop them down to the point where they're groggy. You just want something that is going to make them alert and a little bit less stimulated from the outside environment. That's something that I'm gonna use on my young horses. So if you've got futurity colts or something and you're bringing them up through the ranks and they're gonna get a lot of stimulus from rodeo environments or hauling or new things, I think it would be really great to just help them kind of take a little bit of the edge off. BABYFLO gets Forerunner paste 30 minutes prior to a run. That's a paste that I like to use on kind of across the board, and it's a really effective plus cost effective supplement that you can give every single time. So it's just something for stamina and helps them in muscle recovery. So I really like that supplement.
Yeah, so Forerunner paste is basically, well, it has a number of ingredients in it, but the ones that stick out to me, especially for pre-run, just like a human would need it. Basically you have electrolytes, and things that are gonna keep you hydrated. So obviously you're gonna need that when your horse is heating up, sweaty, and you want their muscles to perform at peak performance.
And for horses, a big thing for us is probiotics and prebiotics.
Yeah,
because you want to keep the gut sound.
Yeah.
Because horses, obviously, we're always fighting
and colostrum's gonna do that too.
Either ulcers or colic. So
Yeah.
we're fighting that a lot too. The All-Star is something that kind of, it encompasses everything. And I want you guys to really, when you look at All-Star and you check out that it's $134 for the 30-day supply, if you added up all the things that are in it, it's a ton of savings. So when you break that down to a per feeding basis, it's gonna be a lot more cost effective. Plus, based on Alex's just quick analysis of a lot of supplements on the market, if you look at cost per feed plus effectiveness, sometimes your cheap supplement may be the most expensive thing on the shelf because it might as well be fairy dust. So
it's just like supplements in my industry where super low doses, and for humans they make it taste really good. We just call that Kool-Aid.
yeah,
Like there's pre-workouts that are like a sprinkle of this, a sprinkle of that, throw a bunch of caffeine in it, it tastes good, it gives you a bunch of energy from the caffeine, but there's no actual performance benefits. So we just call it Kool-Aid.
yeah.
You know?
Okay, colostrum. This is something that I think would be beneficial for an older horse. Colostrum is something that you always hear about foals. If they don't get proper colostrum right upon birth, there's major problems. Also, colostrum has joint benefits to it, so it's gonna be something that you guys can give to those horses that maybe have a little bit of age on them or are fighting a little bit of joint stuff. Also, colostrum has got some positive side effects for ulcers also.
Colostrum's super high in, like, I guess you could say growth hormones, but like growth factors.
Okay.
So for humans, a lot of people take colostrum when you're trying to put on muscle.
Okay.
So,
cool.
yeah.
So maybe a horse that's like not able to build some muscle.
Yeah, so there was actually, in our industry, we had a supplement called Pure PF3, which was bovine serum,
Right.
which is from bovine
Right.
blood, and that was super high in like IgG, IGF, all these different muscle building ingredients. You wouldn't really call them ingredients because it's found naturally within that.
Right.
But
Properties.
that actually went completely full prescription. So we couldn't sell any more over the counter. It went full prescription. And the rival to that was a product, and I won't name it, but it was colostrum. They didn't
Okay.
tell you it was colostrum. They had a different name for it, but it was colostrum. And people would use that for building muscle, amplifying protein synthesis. So it's a really good product if you're trying to put weight on, trying to put muscle on, and get performance benefits out of it. So I see this similar correlation between that and these supplements.
Awesome. The other thing is for digest. I think that this is really great for, you know, a horse like BABYFLO. You know, she's gonna go through all sorts of changes as far as the different cuttings of hay that we're gonna get as we travel, different water that she's gonna encounter, different environments. So keeping her really super balanced in her gut is super important. The other thing is 474, that's their trace minerals. If you see a horse that's licking metal or picking up rocks or licking dirt, that's a horse that's lacking in trace minerals, and you need to immediately get those because that's gonna inhibit their performance. And normally you can see if your horse is lacking a little bit, their hair coat's dingy, they're not like really bright-eyed, they're pretty easy to spot. They lay down a lot. Those are horses, and they'll go right after those trace minerals. When they see them, they attack them because they know they need them. 4-joint is also, and I love this, it's just like 4Digest. It comes either in that jar or in the packets for you to travel with. 4-joint is something that I would keep my older horses on, my performance horses on. Even if your horse is 4 or 5, but you're using them a lot, go ahead and get them started for preventative maintenance on 4-joint.
It's just like Joint Renew from NutriShocks.
Yeah.
Always plug. But that's a preventative thing too, where if you're an athlete or older, really anybody, because you're always putting strain in your joints. Obviously I take that because I weight train and play rugby. And
I take it.
Yeah, and it's something that you don't want to take after you have a problem.
Yeah.
You take that before and keep taking it so that you avoid that issue.
And if you do pick that up,
joints.
make sure to use code Fallon at mansports.com. 4 respiratory is something that I really like because BABYFLO had flapper surgery a couple of years back, and her airways are always at the forefront of my mind, pun intended. So for respiratory, it's something that I really, really like. This is something that's gonna come in a little jar. It's not for every single horse, but we all know that your horses, if they can breathe better, if their airways are open and doing their thing, they're able to run a lot harder with a lot more efficiency. Also, everything that we're talking about is show safe, guaranteed by Forefront, which means that it's legal for you to use during showtime. For a horse like Neffy, she's an easy keeper. She's sometimes a little sluggish, a little lazy. She doesn't really specifically need joint care, but she just needs a little something to make sure that she's overall healthy. We use 4 Basics Plus. That's a little silver jar you can see online, and it's got just a little bit of everything just to make sure that she's covered. So it's got probiotics and prebiotics, it's got yeast extract, which they call Benicel, and then it's got colostrum, so that she will just have an all-around
At high dose too, that colostrum is. Yeah,
awesome.
It's 5 grams.
So she'll be able to be covered all the way around. The other thing that is our favorite is 4 treats, which we call 4 Free. And this is probably Stormy and Jesse's favorite. Stormy uses it to stretch out knick-knack. Jesse uses it to spoil every horse in the barn. But we formulated the 4 treats with Forefront because BABYFLO won't eat treats, and she will only eat the 4 Freets. So they're our favorite. They also have a hip and joint for canine.
Drama's getting on that.
Yeah, Drama is getting on that. So I've used those for about 2 years and love them. They also have Forefront canine supplement. So we're gonna start Harper and Flynn on that next week. I'll make sure and keep you guys posted, but we know that Harper has a little bit of anxiety, plus she has trouble processing food. So she's a dog that her stomach gets upset super easy, plus the eating of the poop probably doesn't help any of that. So hopefully.
And Flynn's just fat.
Flynn's just extremely fat, so we'll work on that. We will work on that. Here is the big news. I'm gonna show you Flomies how to win almost $700 in Forefront equine supplements. It's your turn. Plus, I'm gonna pick a grand prize winner and 5 more winners I'm gonna pay for your order. So what you're gonna do-
What? You're gonna pay for the order?
I'm gonna pay for their order.
That's gonna be a lot of money.
I don't care, it's Flomies. They've lent me their time. They're gonna listen to me yak. I'm gonna give them my dollars. Dollar bills, y'all.
Make it rain.
I know guac is extra at Chipotle. So I'm gonna pick 6 total winners. First one's gonna get 1 of every single thing from the Forefront line, and the other 5 are gonna get their order for free. How to be entered to win is go to this link, forefrontequine.com/Fallon Taylor. Click that link, go in there, go on a shopping spree, get one of whatever you want, or get a couple of supplements to try. Doesn't matter, whatever you wanna do, whatever you're comfortable with, but get started with us in the Forefront family. And then use code Fallon at checkout. That is gonna give you free shipping and get you entered to win. So make sure to use that code, click that link, get your booty on over there. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Is much different than what we normally do, but this guy is so sexy when he talks about horse supplements.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
sexy when you talk nutrition. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it ends Valentine's Day. Boom.
Ends on Valentine's Day. We'll pick the 6 winners then. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed seeing inside of Alex's sexy brain. I do like that big old
sounds
brain
gross,
on
though.
you.
Inside of my brain.
Yeah, I like your brain.
Yeah.
It's hot. All right, guys, don't forget,
Count your blessings.
drink your protein and say thank you to Jesus. See you tomorrow.